Good morning and welcome to Rovali's Year in Review. That's right, it is the official first time ever year in review. So I figured everybody else was doing it. Why not us? Huh? Anyway, welcome to Rovali's Daily Podcast. Have a toast with me, won't you? Wow, was that a blizzard last night or what? I just don't know how we're going to dig ourselves out of this snow. It's crazy. Okay, so there's a little bit of a dusting out there, but I still got to clean my driveway. Well, you guys, it is New Year's Eve, and tomorrow is the big day, New Year's Day. It is the start of 2021, and are we excited? Are we nervous? Are we happy? Are we sad? What are we? Okay. However, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a year in review for Rovali's. We're going to, I'll show you some pictures and we'll walk back all the way back to January of last year, of New Year's Eve of this year, not last year. And then we'll just kind of walk through the months and I'll show you some images and events and things that happen throughout the year for Rovali's. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. I enjoyed putting the pictures together. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but I had to sort the images and it wasn't working for me as well as I wanted. So needless to say, let's get this show on the road. Hold on one second. I am going to find my place where I need to be and get it up. All right, there we go. All right, man, those eyebrows getting crazy. All right, you guys, hold on one second and we will, oops, that's not what I want. I'm not gonna see what I'm doing, my friends. I've got to see. Okay, there we go. Maybe. There, geez, wow, another toast. All right, you guys. So I'm going to go over our features today first because we have some delicious food that we're serving up for New Year's Eve. I think a lot of the reservations are full. I don't know if we have any left. However, we do have plenty of seating for walk-ins. There might be a little bit of a wait, but it's good because reservations are filling up and we had to, I was a little nervous because we had to cancel our dinner show and it was a ticketed event, but it's turning out great anyway because we're getting so many people inquiring to come and eat at Rovali's tonight and today for lunch for New Year's Eve. Okay, what a great way to kick off the new year is because we're closed on New Year's Day, but I'm sure you already knew that. But what a great way to kick off the New Year's with Rovali's in the tummy, I say. Anyway, so this is our featured dish tonight is the Cioppino. And if you like seafood, this is the dish for you. It's got mussels and shrimp and salmon, a fillet of salmon on a bed of fettuccine in a delicious light sauce. Oh man, this dish is so good. Highly, 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 highly recommend that one. All right. And we're featuring our German chocolate cake, one of my personal favorites. I know you hear me say that all the time, but I do it in order. So my personal favorite is also we're serving today. Okay, and I'll show you that in just a second. My personal favorite, I'm going to show you. This is my second one right here, is the German chocolate. That's my number one right there. The Eclair Pie. I probably should have put that first in the rotation, huh? Anyway, that is my favorite. And Eclair Pie goes quick, man. It goes really fast. And of course, our homemade tiramisu, Rovali's original tiramisu. Italian cream sodas for the kids. And for those of you that don't partake in alcohol, this is a great one because I have about 25 flavors for you, okay? Oh, lemon ricotta cake. That's a good one too. That's a really super tasty treat. And a whiskey hot toddy for cocktails. That's a good one. Gourmet hot chocolate. It's cold out there. If you've been out there, it is cold, cold, cold. And so this is the perfect drink for that. And the Jack Frost. Oh, I just said it was cold and now I'm giving you a cold one, but this is this is the leading cocktail right now, this holiday season. Okay, now we're going to go back in time, you guys. I'm excited about this. So in last year, it was last year on New Year's Eve, we had these beautiful people here. This was our dinner show, so you'll get a couple of pictures of what the dinner show looked like if you've never been to one of Rovali's dinner shows that we couldn't do this year because of COVID. But these guys were really, really entertaining, and we had them. This is how we set it up. So we set up a stage, and this last year we decided we wanted to do a USO, kind of like a tribute to the military show, where they would go on battleships, or they'd go wherever the troops were, and they'd entertain them. So we decided to do it USO style, and you can see all the red, white, and blue. It was just a wonderful, wonderful show, and the talent was spectacular, and people, they dined. Even our chefs were excited about it. This was the same night. And see, they're all happy. You can see the lights over here. And they enjoyed the entertainment as well. They got to see it from the back end, but they still got to hear it, and it was a lot of fun for them. And these are the guests during the dinner show, having a great time, conversing with people. The place was all decorated, and we're going to be doing a little bit of decoration tonight too. So if you want to come out and just kind of look forward to 2021 and join with us for dinner tonight, come on out. Come on out for lunch too. All right. And it should be a lot of fun. And we're moving on down memory lane. This is what we call Dinner with Alex. Okay. If you've never heard about it before COVID struck, we had this contest where I would pick people randomly to have dinner with me. I picked 4 couples to come and have dinner with me. And I bought the dinner. It was all on the house. Appetizers, drinks, entrees, and dessert, all on the house for 4 lucky couples. And these were the winners from let's see, I'm trying to remember when it was. I think it was probably in February. I think that's when it was. But we had a lot of fun, and it's my way of getting to know all of you guys on a more personal level, and we have a blast. We've done a number of those, and hopefully in 2021 we'll be able to do it again. Okay. And this is Cecilia demonstrating how to eat a Rovali's cannoli. She was a good sport, very, very good sport. And a little on a personal side, this was Nico's first foray into snowboarding, and he did really well the very first time out, did a great job. We introduced a new cocktail, the Strawberry Bellini. And we're just going to go through. I'm not going to necessarily name the months, but you'll see as we get through them, okay? I'm not that organized. But this is a new cocktail that we introduced let's see, January, probably in February, and a bunch of new cocktails there, and some fresh tomatoes. I really love that picture. To me, that's artwork, because that right there is the base, is the foundation of a great Italian restaurant. That is the foundation right there, the awesome tomato. And these were guests of ours, friends that have been coming with us for years. And this was just before the COVID strike, and they were smiling and happy, and they're good friends. So thank you guys for being part of the family. And this is one of our servers, Arturo, and he looks pretty happy too. And as you can see, he's not donning the mask, so it was just before the big event. But look at that food. It's just delicious. And he's been with us for part of the farm, and he is literally part of our family too. Now, the reason why I put this picture here, Union Station, is because you can see the sun setting through the windows there. This is when it started. And we can't ignore the elephant in the room. That's part of the year, a big part of the year that we're going through. But I want to show you things that we did when that happened and how we morphed into something other than what we were before. And as you can see, the streets were empty. And that was very eerie, very, very strange. But it was still beautiful outside. Look at those clouds. This was all taken the same day, but you can see down here the parking spaces, because we were outfitting ourselves for curbside takeout, and all the restaurants on the street were doing the same thing. Then we came up with something because we wanted to be able to make it easier for families to get fed and have some Rovali's delicious food. And so we came up with the take and bake concept, which would feed a family of 4 to 6 people easily at a really great price. Came with bocce rolls, gourmet salad, and you could have the meatballs with pasta, or you could have the baked ziti. And we still have those today, by the way, if you're so inclined to feed a whole dinner. And you bake it yourself. It's already kind of pre-baked. All you have to do is throw it in the oven to reheat it up. But we make them fresh, so we do require a 2-hour head start. So call us if you're thinking about doing dinner and doing a take and bake, and we'll be happy to do that for you. And that's kind of what it looks like finished up. And this one, these guys were so awesome. These were one of our first customers that showed up as curbside, and he brought his little chef puppet, and he was good at mimicking. I think he even threw his voice a little bit, but I had to get that picture because, you know, he said Rovali's is our favorite place, and he had the chef, and it was just cool. Put a big smile on my face. And this is when I took this picture because we started to think about how do we keep people positive, and how do we encourage people, and how do we put out a good vibe. And this is when I kind of started the Rovali's Daily Podcast. I was doing a podcast before, but it was only once a week on a Friday night. That's when I would do it, a Friday afternoon. But then it just seemed like we needed something more. And I know I did. And so this was kind of one of my tools to cope with what was going on. And so I set up the daily podcast, like what you're watching today. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it. You know, with all the stuff going on, the life was still beautiful, you know, and I included this picture here because this is right in my front yard. These are blossoms that fell from a crabapple tree in our front yard. And it was just so beautiful to me. It gave me that moment of peace. You remember how I told you guys, you gotta watch for the moments. And this picture is very special to me because it said that things are still beautiful, even kind of in an ugly time, you know, and you need to seek out the beauty. And that's why I included this picture. It's a great picture. And there's my dog. He always puts a smile on my face. He's, you know, look at those eyes, golden eyes. I mean, I love that dog. That's Sanchez. And I did a little video because we're trying to promote our coffee back in, I'm trying to remember which month it was, but I grind my own beans every single morning for our coffee. It's Rovali's blend right there in that little cup. And I grind it and brew it. And then we have a great cup of coffee like this one right here. I'm sporting coffee and a shake. I got it made, guys. And, you know, as people were getting kind of locked in their homes and couldn't go anywhere, we had to do things that helped to entertain us, helped to give us a sense of hope. And for us in the restaurant industry, the food is our sense of hope. That is, you know, we love to create, and we love to serve you guys. So we did that for ourselves. We served ourselves and came up with this beautiful, you know, cutting board full of deli meats, veggies, fruit, dipping sauce. And, you know, that's kind of what we did to stay entertained as well. And this, the reason why I included this, that's my lovely wife, Kim, is we were prepping our patio because the end of the just takeout only was coming to an end. And but we had to remove half of our tables in Rovali's to create the social distancing. But it was great because the patio was the perfect place for diners, especially if they were very, very nervous about sitting too close to people. We had a very widespread area out there, and that patio got used a lot this summer. It was fantastic, and it was a saving grace for us, and we're grateful that we had that and that everybody used it. And it was just pleasant out there. It was just really, really nice. And we were still trying to figure out, how do we do new music? How do we make it happen? And this is Courtney Padilla, and she is a very talented young singer that we were actually recording in my studio to see what her abilities were and her talent was. And wow, she was so surprising to me. Very, very good singer. And I'll show you a picture of her a little bit later, another picture. And this is my backyard. I put this picture in because we were still doing it. A lot of people were doing home projects during this time, during the lockdown. And I was doing projects too. If you don't know it, I love flowers and I love greenery and that kind of stuff. So we really put some effort into making our backyard kind of an oasis, since we couldn't go anywhere. And this is me and Nico. We golfed a lot this summer, and because you can social distance there easy, because you're in between holes. There's quite a bit of space. So we were very comfortable, but it was a great time for Nico and I to grow closer together as a grandfather and grandson. And Kim had put this together to where we got to travel in Utah to different golf courses all over the place, and just to golf together, hang out, and enjoy our time together and enjoy the great outdoors. We had a blast. And actually, check this out. We actually got better because we golfed so much. I got better. And we had a professional photo shoot come in and do some shooting. And this is our caprese sandwich. And we just we're trying to refine our process because we're creative. And so being creative, you don't just stay put, you don't just maintain, you always go forward, you always create. And this is part of the process right here. And Kim and I, everybody was taking drives all over the place. A lot of the trails during the summer, or not in the summer, early or late spring, were filled to capacity with people. Everybody getting out, trying to breathe the fresh air and get out of being cooped up. We took a trip up to the Uintas and had a wonderful time up there. It was great. And this one I put in there because I have another couple of different podcasts. This one's called Knuckle Sandwich. And if you look on the bottom, that one's inspirational too. And everything I try to do, I try to inspire, or I try to inspire myself too. But it says, seize the opportunity MMA. That's my tagline. And so what I do, I'm a big MMA fan, or UFC fan. And I decided I'm going to do, kind of like not a critique, but just a review of fighting and stuff like that. And so I started and launched this new podcast. Here comes the coming into the summer with the 4th of July and hanging the flag out front. There you go. Andrea came up with the red, white, and blue to celebrate this nation. And it was a beautiful cake and very tasty too. In fact, we got reviewed by Eating with Andrea. Now, this is a different Andrea. This is someone, she's got a Instagram channel that she goes around and tastes all these different restaurants and gives them little reviews. And she came in and really liked this cake. So thank you, Eating with Andrea. I give her a plug. But yeah, so we did that for the 4th of July, during the month of July. Here's Courtney Padilla again. I told you she'd be back, and we figured out a way how to have her perform and bring her talents out. So we put her out on the patio, and she put on a fantastic performance, and she is somebody to look out for in the very near future. Trust me on that. And then we started our combo lunches, and this is we're able to start to come back inside and dine inside. And this is our personal pizza with a side salad, and that was lunch for me. And this is one of our newer entrees that we had, the salmon Caesar salad, super popular when we had it during the summer, and a very, very good dish. Chef Rowe and Chef Miguel, man, these guys, and my whole team in the kitchen, they just do a fantastic job. Very, very proud of them, especially during the trying times that we were in. And Kim and I went up to the Green River and floated it, and look at how beautiful it was. I wish I could put a video here. I should have put a video in here, because that water was so clean, you could see right down to the bottom. If you've never been to the Green River or floated it, the way they have it set up is just spectacular. You rent a boat, they take you and they drop you off, and then at the bottom of the river, they pick you up and take you back to your car. So it's all just nice and easy. And we floated that river. There's a few rapids. That was kind of fun. Nothing that you couldn't take a kid on, though. That it wasn't dangerous at all, but it was just absolutely stunning. And we stayed at a cabin near Green River, and put a fire, and people just had to get away, and this was a great little getaway for us. Now this picture is interesting because what I do is I travel to different little locations. This was up in Logan Canyon, and I was taking pictures that I will use for future food images and so forth. I like to have nice backgrounds and for all the advertising and stuff that I do. So I go and take pictures, and I'm pretty excited because I just got a new camera, and so we'll be doing some really high tech videos, and I got to learn how to use it though, because there's a little bit of a learning curve. And this is, things are back up and running inside of Rovali's, and these dishes, look at that. That's just pure, beautiful artwork right there. And people were coming back to dine in, and the curbside was, still going strong. I mean, everything was, we adapted. I always tell my staff, and I tell my, everybody on our team, be like water. If something comes in and blocks you, you figure out a way to go over, around, or under, but you're like water, and you keep flowing and you keep moving forward. And that's exactly what our team does. And I don't know, I can't tell you, I'm so proud of everybody that is part of our team. And I'm proud of the customers too, because you guys came in, you guys did the curbside, you did all the stuff that was necessary to help these small businesses, including Rovali's, exist and to continue to exist. And we're grateful for that. We will always be grateful. 2020 will go down as a year in infamy, but we will always remember what you guys did for us. And now we're going into the fall with Oktoberfest Vienna Lager. This is just a beer, and it's helped me put my perspective of how we're going through the year. So Oktoberfest, we're going into the fall. Andrea introduced a brand new cake, the apple walnut cake. And this one was truly spectacular. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'm giving it an 11 easily. And you can see why, but the flavors are right there. And we took our annual vacation, Kim and I, and we went to the Keys, Florida Keys. It was really quiet, as you can see this picture, but it's still beautiful. I mean, that cloud was spectacular. And this is us in Miami. And if you see behind us, that is South Beach. And South Beach was like almost a desert town. I mean, it was just very, very surreal, very strange, but we walked it anyway, and we enjoyed our time together and enjoyed the beautiful South Beach area. I don't know how that got in there, but hey, we're serving that up tonight. The eggnog White Russian. And come on in for New Year's Eve and grab yourself one of these. Beautiful. And this is Ogden X Media. You've heard me talk about them before. They produce a beautiful commercial for us. They've become great friends, and they've been dining with us for years now. But this was the actual production of the commercial that I shot with them, and this is their team. And we had a great time, a wonderful time, and we're really happy to be friends and partners with these guys. Ogden X Media. If you need something done for your business, now's not the time to cut out marketing. Now's the time to invest in marketing. Trust me on that, okay? But these guys are great. Oh, how did that get? What's going on here? Anyway, to warm you up tonight or today for lunch, we have the hot buttered rum cocktail. And we're using a Brazilian rum on this one, and it is really, really good. And this is one of Andrea's creative cakes that she made for a customer that ordered a whole cake. So she orders a whole, or she creates whole cakes for you. And you can find that at rovalis.com, ROVALIS.com. And on the very last button on the bottom, it says whole cakes. You can order one for a special event, weddings, graduations, whatever. It doesn't matter. We can do a whole cake for you. And we got a whole bunch of different flavors and styles and all kinds of cool stuff. She even does wedding cakes, believe it or not. And this was the Grinch, and we're moving into December and Christmas time. This was not too long ago. This is a brand new dish that Chef Ro came up with, and it went over like gangbusters. Very, very tasty. Steamed broccoli, prosciutto, spinach, fettuccine in a tomato cream sauce. Absolutely spectacular. And this is me in the basement. It's not as scary as it looks. But we serve Salt Flats beers. That's one of our vendors for beer. We have 12 beers on tap. In case you didn't know, now you know. And Christmas is here. That was a little ornament from our Christmas tree just recently. And this was taken by one of our friends and family, one of our guests from Ogden X Media, as a matter of fact. And he took this beautiful photo of the Rovali sign out back. And that is it. This is my store. I went down there because I had to check on a problem I was having. And it was really early in the morning, and I decided this was the perfect opportunity to take this picture of our storefront. That is our storefront currently as of today. And that is it for my year in review. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the little journey as much as I did. We had an exciting year, needless to say. I am looking forward to 2021, and we are going to come back stronger. All of us are. We're going to come back stronger, and we're going to come back wiser. Okay, and we look so forward to serving you in 2021. So come and join us for New Year's Eve for lunch or dinner today. We open at 11 a.m. and we want to see you. I will have some fresh jokes for you. We got that Cioppino. Don't forget about my featured dish. Spectacular dish, the Cioppino. And cocktails and desserts and great music. In fact, as soon as this podcast is over, I will be building my music playlist for tonight. And we're going to have some fun stuff for you. And don't forget, curbside and takeout for those of you guys that want to dine out at home and celebrate in the privacy of your own home. We are happy. We would just like to be part of it, okay? We'd like to be part of it. Fill in the tummy, I say. And you can find us at rovalis.com, ROVALIS.com, or you can call us at 801-394-1070 and get your grub on. It's New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve and Happy New Year's. We will see you guys at Rovalis, and we'll see you next year. All right. Here we go. Ciao for now. We'll see you on the flip side. Whoop, whoop.